Hello, everybody. Today, this goes out to my daughter and hopefully my grandkids and friends and family. Everybody. Well, everybody knows that life has ups and downs, and everybody knows what disaster is. Everybody knows that communication is the key to success. Where there's a will, there's a way. Well, I just want to inform people that no matter what the situation is, always trust God first, right? Put Him first, trust God. And no matter what happens in this life, there's a reason and there's a purpose for everything, okay? Everybody knows in order to have laughter, enjoyment, and feel happy, obviously you have to go through a dark tunnel and you have to go through a lot of shit in order to appreciate what happiness is. If not, you'll never know what happiness is. If you don't know, you're just a spoiled person, and to you, win, lose, whatever the situation, doesn't matter. So you gotta understand, you suffer 9 times more than you have fun. It's like riding a bike. You'll fall, you'll get hurt, they'll steal your bike, you'll get flats, beyond and beyond and beyond, in order for you to become good at your bike. You gotta always keep up on maintenance on your bike, todo. And that's the same thing as your body. Well, what I'm trying to refer to everybody is, say in the last 2 months, my life has been spiraling under control. I'm not in control of it. So I've been not struggling, because struggling is a bad word. I've been put in some awkward situations, money-wise. Okay, everybody. Well, everybody knows that in life, when you think you got it, you don't got it. And when you don't got it, you got it. Me, I have always communicated with my tia Berta. She was the person that I used to go for my opinion, for judgment, for criticism, and obviously for joy, So no matter no matter what I was doing in life or where was I at, didn't matter. I always had a direct communication with my tia Berta, and now that she's not there, I guess it gets a little complicated. Before she passed away, she used to always pray to God, and always for me, for Jojo, for Miguel, for her family, for Janelle, for todo, everybody knows that she used to worry for all of us. She didn't know in the beginning how we were gonna resolve our situations without her. As time went on, Janelle became independent, and she became awesome, and she's becoming a great grandmother, a mother, and a family member to all of us. And the same way me. But she always wanted us to have our significant other, to rely, to depend, and to be included with one another. She's been through me. She's been through with me. Through every situation possible in our life, and she never got to meet the woman that is gonna dictate my life. She prayed, and she always inspired me and motivated me to keep trying to find the perfect one. She wanted someone that obviously could be there with me as an emotional support, alguien que me pueda tranquilizar, someone that could speak to me, someone that's not afraid of me, someone that doesn't want to fight and argue, and obviously someone that can satisfy me and all my needs with pleasure, you know? Well, I've met a couple of persons in this life that really inspired me and motivated me to keep on looking for the right one. And situations happen, and my stubbornness, by me not being ready, not really ready to commit, not ready to submit, not ready to combine and unify our life. See, a lot of people, they want to be with somebody, but they don't want to get taken down with them. A lot of people don't want to complicate their lives because everybody has a situation, and when you got it under control and the other person doesn't, it just complicates life. When you don't want to meet in the middle, and your significant other, your partner, doesn't want to meet in the middle, there's always going to be a constant battling, a constant fight. When one feels that the other one doesn't show love, affection, doesn't tell you how much he loves you, doesn't include you, doesn't want something serious, it's hard to give them your all, to put your 2 feet in and see whatever happens, we do it together. A lot of people are afraid because we've been in serious relationships that they're abusive and they take a lot of us. So I got to learn this last couple month and a half, that sometimes we all need somebody to talk to, someone to hug, to love, and to get advice, to get inspiration, to get motivation, to feel that we're alive, that we matter in life. They get to see that you have everything if you don't have your significant other. You can have all the money in the world, but you're missing always something. Well, I don't know if it's destiny. I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I found the right person or something that it's pushing me towards an awesome life. I say and I do things that spontaneous things that kind of scare my relationships, that a lot of persons, when they're not fully on board, I guess they get intimidated or they get scared and they just rather walk away. They'd rather not put the struggle, the time, the effort, because they know it's not gonna lead us nowhere, you know? See, when you find your significant other, they're willing to give it all, willing to throw it all in. It doesn't matter anything. You're worth it, even though we're gonna be in the street or we're gonna be struggling. But life is gonna give you happiness, and sometimes happiness is better than money, it's better than anything. But at the same time, you do find someone that has her shit together, missing little things, little subjects, but she's meant for you. And the way you know that you find or you found the person of interest is when you speak with the truth, when you could cry, when you could tell her your weak parts, when you could tell her your desires, your needs, when you could tell her your worries, why you not ready, or why you put your two senses in, why don't you commit, See, the first thing you guys gotta remember is you gotta be ready. You gotta absolutely know that the person that you're gonna include in your thoughts, in your dreams, and in your life, or with your family, or with your kids, that she's the one or he's the one, right? Obviously, you gotta know that she's ready and she's committed. Everybody could talk a good game. Talking is easy. Now, how many people do you know that will tell you the honest truth? And ask yourself these questions. For example, ask him, does he love you? Does he not respond? You don't feel it, you don't sense it, you don't get turned on, you don't get mesmerized, you don't get blown. You know what I mean? Like, when you say love, to me, love is not a four-letter word. You have to, you know what I mean? Prove it. Loving means that you're willing to choose them for good or bad. You're willing to sacrifice everything in life for them. You're willing to try to make it work out. When you could be honest to each other and speak with the truth. And that's what I consider about love, right? That's number one. Number two, everybody knows that life throws curveballs at you. For example, today you're up, you're doing well, you have money, you have investments, you have opportunities, you have everything going for yourself. And suddenly, you lose your job, a difficult moment happens, you get in a depression, or you start getting sick, or you go through a life event. You know what I mean? And in order to know your significant other, you gotta be willing to accept that at some point, both of you, one's gonna be on top and one's gonna be in the bottom, and you're gonna learn to depend on each other, and you're gonna learn to communicate and show each other's the commitment. A lot of time it could be money, a lot of time it could be time, and a lot of times it could be emotional, or how you communicate with her, or how you introduce her. What place does she take? You know what I mean? A woman doesn't want an altar. A woman doesn't want glamorous. A woman doesn't want all the money in the world. A woman doesn't want a man that submits to her. A woman doesn't want a tough guy. A woman doesn't want someone that is like a papi chulo, you know? What she wants is someone that's not gonna leave her. Someone that's ready to commit. Someone that is willing to go in to the fire with her and fight and brawl and todo. Someone that she's gonna rely on him when we get older. When we start getting sick, are we gonna get abandoned? Are we gonna help each other? See, in life, I've been around a lot of family members. This is my great grandfather, my grandpa, my tío Rafael, my tío Enrique. I've been through with like Jojo. I've been with like my sister Rachel, and I've been with a lot of relationships that when the end of time of a person, are you willing to take care of? Say you have a stroke, say you have a heart attack, say you got cancer, say you got to go through chemo, say you got diabetics, say you got different diseases, whatever. Are you gonna commit to stick around be there as an emotional support and be there in good times and bad times? Or are you just going to run away and abandon? You know what I mean? See, a woman wants a man that is going to be there. And sometimes the woman is going to support us or help us in a way that no other woman will do. And it's rare when a man asks for help, or when a man doesn't lie to his spouse. A man that is honest, a man that tells her exactly where he's at in life, you know? A man accepts his errors, his mistakes. A woman doesn't want to quit her. A woman doesn't want a baby and a man. She already has enough with her kids. She wants a man that is a rock, is his foundation, and is the future. And I'm experiencing with various relationships that everybody knows. And sometimes you meet the right person. But a person that overworks and doesn't give herself free time, obviously, it could be two reasons. If she's a single mother, she has to provide and she has to submit and take it in, because no one's ever going to be there for her, and no one's going to support her, no one's going to help her, no one's going to So she has to provide, and even though she overworks her ass though, but as long as her kids are good, she's good. Obviously, in a relationship, everybody knows that it's hard being in a relationship with somebody, because first you gotta be willing to trust him. That he's not gonna be todo chili frito, flirting, partying, and up and down, because you only see him once a week or once every 2 weeks, you know? So, that's number one. Number two, she has to rely on him, that he's his head on his structure, his head, his emotional, understands that she's a single mother and her job is her only way out for her and her kids. And if a man doesn't understand that she has to work her ass off, and she don't have time to be playing games, and doesn't have time to have chaos in her life, you know what I mean? She wants a committed guy, and a guy that makes her better, supports her, encourages her. And once both of them are ready, and even though that everybody always says never getting married again, never this, never that, never this, it's never gonna happen again, I'm never gonna be in an awkward situation again, I'm never gonna submit or give all my love and time, I'm never gonna depend on a man, I'm never gonna believe him or blah 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 blah, because she's been through all hell in life, and her, you know? And the same thing, men. But when you really find your significant other, yes, you're gonna have an ups and downs, and you're gonna have a miscommunication, and yes, you're gonna react sometimes, like when you're used to getting your way and they don't want to submit algo. Of course, a man wants to know if she's down. Of course, a man wants to test her. Say woman. Well, I don't know if it's Bertha. I don't know if Father Time, or I'm getting wiser or more mature, and I'm just trying to get my life in order. And it's hard for a man to trust a woman. It's hard for a man to ask a woman to help them. It's hard for a man not to rely, not to depend, but to submit. It's hard for a person when he's used to hustling and getting shit done by his own, you know? Doesn't want to hear no BS, no nada. And he wants be in control of his life, you know? He don't want to give answers, questions, and doesn't want to, you know? It makes us feel that we're not compatible, we're not capable of relying on ourselves. Well, that's BS, brothers. We all need somebody. We all need somebody to share our emotions, our life with, you know? Asking, relying, and allowing a woman to really know us. It's awesome. And I'm barely getting used to it. Barely adjusting that I don't have to be the chingón, you know, the tough one, the one that whatever I say goes, you know. I've never been that person, and I'm learning that in order to feel the real love in life, you gotta allow her in. You gotta give her half your space, you know. Let her remove, and correct certain things in you, you know. And you have to make her feel comfortable, like that she could make changes, that her opinion matters. That herself, her personality, you don't have to like make over with, you know, all throw it all away, make it over, and have someone like as a robot. See, I'm learning to admit that we do need our significant other. We do need a second opinion, and definitely we do need sometimes help. And there's men out there, I'm not gonna say that they're not out there, but there's men out there that honestly they want to know what a real relationship and love is. I know it's hard to find, hard to believe, and hard to accept. And I'm learning what real love is, you know? When you wake up and she's like taking care of your sleep, when she worries about you, when she checks up on you, when she wants to know how you're doing, it's awesome. It's beautiful, allowing them to interact in your life, to make certain decisions, and to make a life together, you know. And you gotta learn, both of us, that we gotta have patience, and we gotta give it time. Not be in a hurry, not try to change the world. Learn to accept each other. Learn to adapt each other. See, I tell my woman, I tell her, I don't even notice her when she don't have makeup on. I don't notice her when she's her hair is all slicked back, you know what I mean, like all G'd up, you know. I don't worry about that, because love her personality. I love that she's not a spoiled brat, that she's not a jealous person, that she allows everything to flow, and she don't tell me limits or tell me you know what I mean, to hold back, to be someone else. And she's not afraid to be herself. And it's hard, and I'm learning the reason, the purpose of two people confiding in each other and being stronger together. When one's down, the other one lifts them up. When the other one's sick, the other one takes care of them. And when we get old, we call each other. We walk together, you know? And it doesn't matter the situation. As long as you have love, it's awesome. And you could depend on her taking care of you, or you could take care of her. When you could speak and you could do anything you want, anything in your imagination, it's awesome. And a lot of women take it to the heart. A lot of women change. That's the reason that we don't open up completely. And I'm trying something new. Yes, I still have my attitude. Yes, I'm still cold-blooded. But I'm trying, everybody. I'm definitely trying. Not trying to change, I'm just trying to adapt. Halfway, everybody. And it's awesome. I encourage everybody that you could be honest to yourself and honest to your significant other. And you could accept her as you could accept yourself being around her. And that you don't change in front of her or not in front of you. You're always the same person. And a lot of women been in abusive relationships, and they expect you to react or act a certain way or be all Mr. But women also gotta understand that men, we go through it también. We're brave. And we've been fucked around and screwed around, you know? See, when a man completely loves her and makes passionate love to her, some women, they react different. And they know how to hold your balls, you know? They know how to make you do things. They know how to hurt you. They know how to fuck your world, you know? Same thing, guys. I say that a woman that is honest to a man and a man's honest to a woman, I think that's what real love is. You don't need to promise. You don't need a 4-letter word. You don't need a ring. You don't need a paper. You don't need none of that. As long as you guys learn how to forgive and support one another. Not when you're good, is when you're bad. Not when you're doing good, is when you're doing bad. When you need somebody, you gotta learn to accept that. In occasions, you are gonna need her support, her wisdom, her knowledge, her ways. But as soon as you get back, you pay it back to her. You start accommodating her, you tell her it is, you please her, you take the time to show her how much she means to you, how much you care for her. how important she is in your life, how amazing she is, and one way or another, you pay it forward. And a lot of women and a lot of men, which I'm barely experiencing right now, they're equal. I don't know if I did good or bad, but I told her all my life. I put everything in the open, and I allow her to be her and to snoop and ask, and I want her to know everything because it feels awesome. It takes like a big weight out of your life, and you don't have to keep quiet, and you could just speak love and be amazed by the person she is or he is, you know. And I'm experiencing that. Everybody could tell me how weird it is. I was married for 9 years, and I wasn't the person I loved. I learned a lot from her. She backed me up and she supported me, and we did my business, and we did a lot of stuff together. But I didn't love her, and she always knew it. And I always told her, I don't know how to love her. She accepted me like that. She was 10 years older than me, and she needed me. She desired me. That she put up with a lot. And I was never ever happy again after me and her moved on from each other. Not as enemies, as friends. We had 4 miscarriages, and we went through a lot. And she allowed me to go explore and have my daughter, you know. So that's why I care for her a lot, and my stepkids. And the love and the time that we share with one another, it's priceless. After her, I got married. Me and Mavi, we have a 16-year-old daughter, so we've been 17 years to each other, but we've never been a couple. Now that we divorced, and I was only married to her 2 years, officially only 3 months, and we didn't know how to communicate. We didn't know how to show each other support. We're always not speaking lies, but not telling the overall. And I was always afraid that she found out, or I wasn't the person that I describe myself. I describe myself exactly who I am, but without defects, without rejections or traumas, or, you know. And she thought that I was honest. And it took us about 10 years, and after divorce, right, everybody? To respect each other, and to know that we're better off being parents, and support each other's lifestyle, you know what I mean? And to encourage one another that if we ever need them, they're there. And it's awesome. And everybody knows a situation that occurred with Yesenia, you know? I wasn't fully ready, and I didn't speak the truth, and I didn't respect myself, respect her, allowed her, and I couldn't be myself because I was hiding stuff. I was afraid of hurting myself and everybody. and I submitted to my daughter. Kids are first, don't get it wrong, but you have to put your significant other on a different level. Because that's the one that God gave you. That's the one that is going to encourage you, support you. It's going to be there for you. It's going to love you. It's going to be your conscience, your future, your life. Just come and go. I never understood that. In the last month and a half, I've done or said certain things that almost cost my relationship. Thank God that she was wise, mature, and understanding, that she allowed me to explain and to give her what happened, you know. And sometimes we speak in different persons, and we don't know to say or to admit or to tell her what's really happening in our lives, what's occurring, what's happening, why we're unsatisfied, why we're unhappy, why we're hurting, you know. And it's hard to allow somebody to know that you're not Superman, that you're not a superhero, that you're not the one and all, that, you know what I mean, that you're not like, you're the man that she wants to fall in love. And thank God that there's women out there that know that we all have defects, know that we're not all perfect, and that women know that sometimes it's hard for a real man, to admit, to allow, and to be there for one, you know. It's I've always had those women that don't want you to drink, don't want you to clown and joke and speak with the truth and flirt and jerk around with everybody, you know. I tell her, if I do report on you, what difference does it make? I see a lot of women are afraid or intimidated or something in the past that messed up the relationship by then allowing them to be them. So they want to seduce a guy. They want him not to be happy. And I understand that everybody got to keep an ace under the sleeve, but it's awesome when you don't need that ace. And that's what I'm experiencing right now. And I pray for her every day, and I ask God que no la cambie. She don't need to change at all. She don't need nothing. She's perfect. And I just want her to be happy and to believe and trust in me, not in who I am or what I say, in me, and that she walks with me and surrounds me, and she joins and allows her life to intertwine with each other, and que no haya secrets, que no haya dolor, and she has something in her mouth or her mind que lo diga, especially que they're not afraid of you, they're not intimidated of you, that they know that you're not that abusive guy, that you're not that violent guy, you're not that jealous person and that submission person that maybe she's been with. Maybe she thinks she's out of her league. I don't think so. And it's funny because Bertha used to always tell me, don't fall in love with someone that you love. Fall in love with someone that they love you. That they're not embarrassed and they don't want to change you. Que te traen tu cervecita, que te den tu espacio, que you could count on them, you could depend on them, that you could support them, you could be honest with them when you got something in your mind or algo, that you could tell her, hey, you know what? It's not you. I just don't know how to confront this. And that they understand that you don't want free space, but you want to talk to them, but you don't know how to talk to them. And you want to ask them, but you don't know how to ask because it's hard. And that's what I'm learning. I've never had in my entire life trusted nobody, because everybody disappoints you, hurts you, and abandons you, or takes advantage of you. They expect more. And it's funny because I'm going through it and it's awesome. It's awesome. You could tell her that you cry in the movies, that you're emotional, that you're human, that your looks don't matter. It's what's inside. And you always want to tell them and test me to the limit and let me test you to the limit without being offensive and hurting each other or betraying each other, or nobody wins. It's awesome. Nobody loses. More awesome. And we support each other no matter what. It's awesome. And I've never felt that. I'm experiencing it right now. Like I say, I don't know if it's Father Time. I don't know if it's Jesus Christ. I don't know if it's Bertha. I don't know if I'm ready, or I'm just lonely or in need of that person, or all those prayers, all those nights that you wish that she was around. But I'm trying. Without changing me, without changing her. Yes, you do adapt and you do change, but you do it willingly and without planning it. And that's what's the best part of being in a relationship. When you're noticed, and when they need you, and when you're in their mind. All right, everybody.